Welcome to Women of a Certain Stage, the podcast redefining how we think about menopause. I'm your host, Lauren Chiren, a passionate advocate for breaking the stigma and empowering individuals to navigate this transformational stage of life with confidence and clarity. Here, we're diving into a new era of menopause support, featuring expert advice, real-life stories, and actionable insights. Whether you're curious about building your personal menopause plan or you're looking to make an impact, you're in the right place. Let's embrace the change together. Shara, I am so excited to have you on the podcast. I am so super excited to have you on the podcast, and I can't wait to have this conversation. And I'm not sure I'm going to talk to you about menopause, but we'll get there, right? Okay. But before we even touch on any of that, I want to just celebrate your recent fundraising experience and what you managed to achieve, because I saw on social media something phenomenal. Can you just tell me about what that was all about?
It was incredible. Well, a very long story short, some local friends of ours from a local pub held a fundraiser for breast cancer not long ago. And the landlord made a point of saying he wanted some more people to get involved, do this sort of thing. And I thought, brilliant. Alzheimer's is a thing really close to my heart. We lost both my grandmas to it. My mum lost her cousin to it, sadly, on Christmas Day, and her sister's currently fighting a battle. So I said, if I can do something like that, that would be brilliant. We looked at the date, and the first date that I could do was my birthday. So I thought, well, it's meant to be. And you know me, Lauren, if I'm doing something,
all in.
Do a little bit. I have to go full out. So I contacted the charity. We arranged this little coffee morning, which turned into a coffee day with bingo and quiz and raffle and auction. And they went on into the night. We had a live band and we set a target for £1,500, which I thought we were going to struggle to get, but we actually did £2,000 before we started. And by the end of Monday, with a gift aid that the government had on, we've done over £6,300.
Wow.
I know, it's amazing, isn't it? Absolutely amazing. The community was just so fantastic. Really, really good.
I mean, I lost my grandmother to Alzheimer's, and I thought I had early onset dementia when I became menopausal. So this is why it really touched a nerve with me. So when I saw that you'd done that, I just wanted to celebrate you and say thank you.
Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, you know what? It was an honour. We actually went into the local on the Monday to tell all the locals what the final figure was. And one lady said to us, well, whatever the total is, I'll round it up to the nearest 100. So she just gave me £90. And a gentleman that was sat in the corner that nobody knows who he is, never seen him before in my life. He came to me and he said, what would the total be with the gift aid now? And it was about 5,400 something.
That's the number I heard. Yeah.
Yeah. And then he just gave me his card and he said, well, round it up to £6,000. And he just gave me £590. And I was like, no, £590. And he said, yeah, I want to. Oh my God. And I was crying. Honestly,
oh my goodness,
it's so amazing. But people keep, even now, I didn't come, I need to donate. I've put some more on today, and I've spoken to the Alzheimer's people today, and it's just been phenomenal, the amount of things. And I thought, you know what, anything that I do like that, because we love, organising events and talking to people, and this is why I want to do what I'm doing with the business. And it just all goes hand in hand. It's all being there for other people and making a difference to other people. And I'm so excited about the whole thing, not just, raising money for the charity, but doing everything alongside it. It's really, really touched me. I've just been gobsmacked and blown away by the whole thing. It was really, really good.
And this is why I'm so excited about our conversation today, because you really touched my heart, and your energy, your passion, your drive, everything about who you are just lights me up. And I just feel so grateful to have had an opportunity to play a teeny tiny part in your journey to what you're going to go on and do next. So how was it that you came about the whole menopause space? What was that all about for you?
I had always said, right from the children being little, there is something for me to do. I don't know what it is. There is a calling for me. There is something out there, and I've not been able to put my finger on it. And when I started going through my journey, all my friends seemed to be either going through it, flying through it with absolutely no problem, or falling apart like me. And I've had an absolute git of a menopause. The brain fog and the anxiety and the itching and everything. Oh my God, it's horrendous. I've got these alter egos. I call them all sorts of different names, but Menopause Mandy sticks. So the kids know if I say in the morning, Mandy's out today, they know, just don't don't come near me. So when I was on holiday, it would be about 18 months ago, I said to my husband, I'm going to retrain. I'm going to do this properly and I'm going to set up something. So I set up a little support group on Facebook. And it was purely just me and my friends just having a bit of a sound off, I've had a crap day today, or he's doing my head in, the children are driving me mad, I'm really struggling. So I thought, I'm going to retrain. So I paid for a course and did this course. Oh my God, just awful. And at the end of it, I was pleased I'd done it because I'd got a little bit of information, but at the same time, really annoyed that this company that I'd gone with to do this training for something that was so specific to me and that I wanted to move forward with, I felt like they hadn't delivered. I felt like I'd had nothing from them. There was nothing backwards and forwards. It was always me chasing. And I felt really, really let down. And so when we went on our following holiday, I came across you on social media and I watched you. And I watched you, and I watched you, and I watched you. And Fraser said, what are you doing? Just contact Lauren. Oh, well, yeah, but I've already done it once. And I knew that you were completely different, completely out of this world, but I had no idea how life-changing, really, really life-changing this whole process has been, Lauren. I can't put it into words. How exciting!
What was different? I mean, we haven't had this conversation before, so
yeah,
I love hearing you talk. Right, I could listen to you all day and all night. But what was the I don't want you to name and shame. I'm not asking you to do that.
No.
But what was the difference between the other one that you did and this one?
It was just polar opposite, Lauren. It was almost like they reeled you in, they took your money, and then went, there you go, that's what you need, and left you to it. There was nothing. There was
so it was a pre-recorded program.
I think a pre-recorded program, or they'd just send you things through an email and say, look, do this, fill this in. And I felt really I'd not felt like that since I was at school. I felt like somebody was telling me what to do and I was getting nothing from it. Whereas, sometimes I can come across a bit overexcitable. And I throw everything. I'd rather do something 110 million % than fall short on anything. And when I'm committed to something, I'm really committed, and I want to be a sponge. I want to take everything in. I want to learn what I can and take advice and, just follow footsteps of programs that work, people that are amazing. I have a tendency to put people on a pedestal and I look up to those people because there's a reason for me to look up to those people. And because I'd followed you and looked at what you were doing, I needed a piece of that action. I needed that course because that course was going to get me to where I wanted to be. And I had no idea what I was expecting this level, thinking I was going to go up here. And I started at this level and it went like a rocket. And Fridays, I was so excited all day on a Friday. I'd be so excited sometimes I'd get off our calls, make myself a coffee, visit the bathroom, forget all about my feedback, and then think, oh God, feedback, and I'd be back on it straight away. But then it would send me on this journey through that week. And when you took us through the program, it seriously blew me away. I thought originally that I was just going to learn a little bit about this program and this would be the format that we take clients through. But oh my life, to really throw
when
yourself.
when you talk about the program, you talk about the menopause plan.
Yeah.
The coaching program. Yeah.
And every week, I didn't want it to come across like we weren't bothered, that anybody in that cohort wasn't bothered, because we were all bothered and we were all there 100% for every single week. And we all threw ourselves in, and just the feedback from everyone when we did the breakout sessions and every single thing just to throw yourself into, it really was life-changing, because it made me sit back and think, actually, I'm not the only person going through this. We are all, doing this for a different reason. We've all got a reason for doing it. But when you actually strip things back and actually let yourself go into the program properly of what we're going to be helping other people with and delivering, I think you've got to throw yourself into things like that. And I found out so much more about myself and changed lots of little things, which are really coming to be a bigger thing now. And that's amazing. And even with my practice clients.
Tell me a bit more about what changes you're making and how that's impacted you during the program.
Little changes to start off with. When we went through the reset booklet, little changes that I started implementing. Stop the drinking, doing different things, making a plan, having a routine for myself, not just getting up and winging it throughout the day. That has really been really, really life-changing. And I found it quite easy to get into that. I don't know why I never did it before, because the only thing I've ever had a routine in is journaling, but I've only been doing that since September. And it's really just a mind dump for me at the end of the day when I've done that. So little things are making a big collective difference at the minute. And it's so lovely to see my first practice client. She's only done 5 weeks on the program, and the change in her already is just, it makes my heart melt. Honestly, it's fantastic. I love it.
Oh, I'm so excited about you taking people through this program. Like, your energy is insane. It's just like incredible. And just for anyone listening, we're recording this at the end of a long UK day. Both of us have had a whole day in front of us, and we're coming together in the evening to have this conversation. And both our energy is just insanely high, because the topic is just like, we're so both passionate about it to the point of, it's number one.
Absolutely. I thought this little fire that I had in my stomach of something that was this calling that was waiting for me was a little fire. And now it's just like this burning phoenix, like ready to get out. I need to be out and tell everybody what's going on and how we're going to help and support millions and millions of women that haven't got this information, haven't got this program, haven't got the support network around them, and the understanding and the education. So I'm dead excited about what we're going to do together.
Yeah, I am really looking forward to that as well. So I want to kind of pick apart a little bit more about, you did the initial course, and then you had seen a little bit of the work that I'd done. You came on my free stuff, we had a conversation, you came on the program. But what else was going on for you during that time? Because the market is becoming saturated. The market is super busy. How did you figure out the difference between what you'd done and what I offered and what other stuff was out there? What else? What was it that really did it for you, spoke to you?
You, in a word.
Oh.
And
I'm hoping for more on the content side of things, but never mind. I'll take that one. But I
don't mean it in a way to blow smoke up your rear end. What I mean is, that one that I saw, it seemed to be all singing, all dancing course. So I put myself in there because I didn't get anything from it. I did follow a few people, and then it's like anything, I suppose, Lauren. You go along a journey of following people before. I have this horrible habit of jumping in with 2 feet. And it really put me off with that other course. And I thought, I'm going to follow these people, different people. And over time, I just thought, no, I'm not. We're not on the same wavelength here. So that one dropped by the wayside.
So important. Important.
Absolutely. And I just kept coming back to you, and to you as a person initially, and to you as how you come across and how you do all your social media, and in the respect of it's relatable and it works and it just hits. And I thought, you know what, it could have been,
Yeah, and I think that's something that, because you're just at the point of graduating just now, and for my grads that are listening or anyone that's thinking about maybe moving into space, one of the key things is that there's a difference between training to become a menopause coach and
yeah,
then becoming a business owner as a menopause coach. And they're two very different things, they're different skill sets. And I hate when I see people that promise the earth, like they say, do our program, you have a 10K month. And I'm like, businesses don't happen like that. It takes time to get to the point of having 10K months on a regular basis. But I think that, there are so many options and so many opportunities out there. You've now got 2 different courses that you've been through.
Yeah.
Let's park the other one for now, because you did it, you got the information, and we can have information. And we can have implementation, right? But we can also, there's a difference between information and implementation.
Absolutely.
So when you think about going through the menopause coach diploma with women of a certain stage, what were your highlights? What were the 3 key things, for example, that you kind of went, actually, I love that, I love that, I love that?
I've only got to pick 3.
Yes.
Okay. 1, the training itself with yourself and all the experts, absolutely priceless, invaluable, relatable, amazing. I would never be able to get hold of these people in real life, in my capacity of what I am now. I couldn't give them a call and say, can I have an hour's free training from you, please, about this, that, and the other. It just wouldn't happen. That was absolutely incredible. And I'm very privileged to have gone through that. Secondly, I would have said the development in myself, making those changes for myself, having gone through the menopause plan. So that was a big one for me, because although I had that fire every week, I was thinking, right, I need to change that this week, or I'm going to try that this week, because we've been through that. And it makes me more, I was enjoying it so much. I just never wanted those sessions to end, because I'm thinking, right, more. I'm like a sponge. This is great. Oh my God. 3rd one, everything, just the cohort. Absolutely.
Yeah, you had an amazing cohort.
Yeah, we had a great cohort. Everybody was, brilliant with everybody else. And that first session that we did, a breakout session, remember, and I said to you, I'm so nervous, I can't do this. And I thought, you've just got to throw yourself into these things. We're all in the same boat. Everybody was so lovely, brilliant with advice. They listened to each other, had sympathy and empathy, and just the whole program, the whole process. I feel absolutely blessed to have gone through the whole thing. Honestly, I really do, Lauren. I don't want to keep blowing smoke up your butt.
Well, I didn't do any of that. You guys did that, right? You created that together as a result of being.
It really is.
I do these podcasts with my grads, with my experts, because I want to tell the public who you are. I want the public to know a little bit more about who Sharon Watson is. I know you as Shar, and I want them to know that they can hear in your voice, they can hear in what you're sharing. And this is why, we have so many different personalities in the program, but our common desire is to make a difference, right?
Yeah.
And I know that you want to make a difference. Just looking at the fundraising you've just done, getting to know you over these 18 weeks and before and since, I am so excited about what you're going to do and go on to do going forward. So how do you see things panning out once you've completed your practice clients? What are your goals? What are your ambitions? What do you plan on doing going forward?
All right. So planning going forward, I'm launching a business called Menopause. And what I want that to be is like a movement of an empowering, supportive community where ladies can be seen and heard and be unapologetically themselves, but also help with the education around showing the kids what it's like from their point of view, showing your partners what it's like, how they're dealing with it. My husband is very on board. He's actually helped me to write a guide from a guy's point of view of what we're going through. So I'll have a membership online. I'll also include local experts. There won't be anything like your experts, Lauren, but we'll get there eventually.
They will.
Yeah, we will.
Make that happen. We'll make that happen.
Yeah, and I've always had this thing. I was an entertainer in a previous life, and somebody said to me,
that does not not surprise me. Now I get it. You did not tell me that before today.
Yeah, well, somebody did say to me once, if you had to choose between picking up a phone and cold calling somebody or standing in front of an audience with 10,000 people with a microphone in the hand, what would you do? And I said, give me the microphone any day of the week. So for me, in my up here, it's happening. This is Lauren. You need to right. This is happening. So me, you, Davina on a stage. That's where I want to be. At one of my events, I'm going to run an event, and I want you to come as a speaker, and Davina's going to.
I'm there. I'm in. You've got me. You've got me. This year I'm just looking. I've got New York. I've got the Middle East. I've got the pyramids. And I've got LA. So
beautiful. If you need a PA,
me in. You're booked. Yeah, you can have me. I can see a good trade coming in here. I can see
absolutely.
A good trade coming in.
We can do that.
Fantastic. So I'm so excited about everything that you're going to do going forward. I'm very grateful for having had a little tiny bit in your journey, and I'm super excited to support you. What would you say to someone that's thinking about training to become a menopause coach if they were considering their options and what's on the market and how they should analyse and assess what's the right fit for them going forward? What would you say to them?
Get lots of research done. First of all, find the person that you're going to be aligned with to support you and guide you and help you through your training. But initially, I would say, if you're thinking of going into this, please do it, because there is so many people out there that haven't got the information. Businesses, people, everyday walk of life, we need to get this information out. It's so important, even if it's only one piece of information. So if anybody's thinking of doing it, please do it. It's so important. You don't know who you're going to touch from doing that. But course-wise, find, like I say, somebody that you're going to work with on a level basis, that you can go backwards and forwards with, somebody that you feel like you're singing off the same song sheet. And if you're ever in doubt, that's your woman. Do it.
So thank you. What have I not asked you about today that you'd like to share with people that are listening?
Oh, what have you not asked me? There we go. Oh, I don't know. Work-wise, what have you not asked me?
Anything-wise. Where in the world do you live?
Oh, well, I live in Derby, but I've lived all over.
Which is where?
Which is in the East Midlands in England, in the UK, and it's very cold and wet and rainy right here at the minute.
Especially this time of year.
I know, it's awful, isn't it? So I live in the Midlands, which, I'm close to everything, close to the M1 and close to the airport, so I can get to anywhere that people want me to get to, I can get to very easily.
This is a big advert for Sharon Watson, menopause coach extraordinaire. And by the way, I'm going to be carrying her bags.
I'll be taking pictures.
Fantastic. It sounds like a dream team. It sounds like we've got another conversation to have.
Absolutely.
So I'm just insanely excited about what you're going to do going forward. So you're going to finish off your practice clients. You've already set up Menomates, right? So for anyone that is listening and not watching on YouTube or anything like that, and they're just maybe not looking at the show notes, how do they find Menomates? Explain the spelling of it so that they understand that.
It's, me, I don't do anything the easy way. So it's the spelling would be Meno, M-E-N-O, and then mates as in M8S. So we're doing it a little bit different. I've got the social media set up. So we're on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. I am currently building a website. So that's not done yet, but that will be www.menomates.com. And an email would be sharewatson@menomates.com. That's how they can get
Talk about. I am not on TikTok, so I am curious. Tell me about TikTok. I know nothing. I know nothing about TikTok. I am terrified of TikTok.
Neither do I.
Tell me more.
Yeah, I made a few videos. I said to my daughter, can you put those on TikTok, please? So I'm still learning. So I'm still learning.
I'm using this as an example. Okay, so for everyone that I train, we've got introverts, extroverts, and everybody in between. I am an extreme introvert. I do not like lots of company and lots of attention and lots of energy around me. If I do a talk on stage in front of however many people, by the end of the time I've spoken to people that come up to speak to me after a talk, I want to retire to my room while everyone else goes out for a drink. Right? So I'm an extreme introvert. You're definitely not. You're my polar opposite, right? You are the life and soul, the extrovert, the stay in the bar and have the drink. I'm like the get me out of here, right?
I am to a certain extent, but then when I get fed up with people, I like nothing more than to get my bra off, take my shoes off and get it through.
I should have banked on you having a good comeback to that. Oh, brilliant. Anyway, I'm not even going to go where I was going to go with that. Char, it's been amazing talking to you. I can't wait to see what you do next. And I am inviting you back in the next 12 to 18 months to find out what you've done, where you've gone, who you've helped and supported, and the difference you've made in so many people's lives. So thank you for
it's been a pleasure, darling. It really has.
Today.
The whole thing. And today's been lovely. It's been really great.
Thank you for joining me on Women of a Certain Stage. I hope today's episode inspired you to think differently about menopause and the incredible opportunities this stage of life brings. If you enjoyed this episode, please share it with 3 friends who need to hear this message. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a review. It helps us reach even more people. You can connect with me on LinkedIn at Lauren Chiren or visit our website at womenofacertainstage.com to learn more about menopause coaching, inspiring events, and corporate training. Until next time, let's continue making a difference, one conversation at a time.